Namaste and welcome everybody. This is the fifth video in the continuation of our series on the backups for UPSC. I got a response that CDS cannot be a backup. In the first video, I mentioned that CDS as the backup. So, guys, just for the sake of convenience, I have put the title or the name as this as a backup or that as a backup. It does not necessarily or completely means that it could be your backup. Just try to understand the essence what I'm saying. What I'm basically saying is that it can take you 2 years, 3 years, or even more than that to reach to the interview to get your name in the list of CS. Right? So board members are gonna definitely they will ask you the questions like what were you doing for this duration? What were you doing? So if you have some achievement with you, like if you have cleared the CDS or CAPF, which is just a cakewalk for any serious aspirant at CSE, then it would tell volumes about your character, like about your stamina, mental or cognitive stamina, like how working are you are working, you are doing something, you have achieved something tangible, there is a certificate, it is certified that yeah, you have done something in your life. It was not like you were like a monomaniacal mindset, you were completely obsessed with just one examination which is not paying any results. So this is the philosophy, this is the psychology behind making this series. Do not take it on the face value or on the don't take it very superficially, otherwise there would be no sense of me speaking for hours and hours. I could have said the same thing, I could have told you the same thing, making a video of 5 minutes also. So why I'm stretching it like for half an hour or more? The reason being that you understand the psychology. Okay, it remains the same. I'm again insisting, the logic, the rationale behind making the video are to make you aware about the other opportunities and avenues which can be either alternatively sought or which can be even supplementarily or complementarily sought along with the UPSC CSE, which will enhance the weightage, which will improve the chances of you getting selected in the interview, which will make your resume or your DAF in the interview look brighter. That is the whole essence. Whether you join the job or not, that's another thing, but at least if you are not losing something, then you should not miss the opportunity to grab it. This is the whole essence. And in the continuation, today I have come up with a wonderful venue which I personally am associated with. So this is a wonderful opportunity for those like who have humanities in their background, who got graduated in political science and history, say any subject, and later on they pursued their masters, which we should, because the narrative, the coaching, the media, the society is so overwhelmingly overpowering, guys. We do not explore other things, we do not explore the things at the periphery, at the margin. We are so obsessed about the UPSC, and the sheer fact remains that the figures are just daunting. They tell you that out of 8 lakhs people who appear in the examination, only 10 to 12k they get it, they make it to the mains, and out of those only 3000 reach to the interview, and out of those fortunate 2.5k barely 800 to 900 make it to the final list, and out of those like 30 to 40% they reappear again, even more than that, so as to improve their ranks. So you see, this is the sample, this is the number of people who are applying, and the posts are just a dot. Even this dot is very bigger, so to say. This is the rationale behind making this video, and the whole series is primarily dedicated to those who do not see much certainty in their future. Like there could be the certainty, but you should not get settled for something very modest, very decent. You should aspire for something higher. Okay, so like if you have do not have a very prestigious background, like you do not come from IITs, IIMs, or you have not got these opportunities, then you should look for, during the course of your CSE, you should be aware of some other avenues which can drastically enhance the chances of you getting selected in the CSE by increasing the weightage you hold as a candidate before the board members, by making a good impression before the board members by this thing, and secondarily by helping you either financially or mentally as well. So I've already spoken a lot, of video hasn't started yet. Directly jumping on without wasting any time, basically we would talk about the NET first. NET stands for National Eligibility Test, and if you have done your masters, and if you have even not done your masters, you are done with your masters even then, but provided that you have applied for the masters, you can appear in the net examination. Now what is its beauty? You have to choose a subject which you have graduated in, most likely, and then you will be asked like my objective type questions, 120 questions, and you're supposed to answer them, and if you get good marks, then what happens that you get this certificate of net. This doesn't give you any job or any kind of responsibility or obligations. It is just a paper which is based on the syllabus, which resonates with your masters and which may also resonate with your optional subject. So it becomes very easy. I'm telling you, in my case what happened was that key I wasn't preparing for NET. I had interest in sociology. That is why it was not in my bachelor's, but I still went for sociology in the optional, and I studied it enthusiastically and passionately. And resultingly, what happened? I applied for NET also. I saw nothing about it, like what is the exam pattern, like what are the questions which are asked. Nothing. I just knew that it is sociology, so I went there. I was in Bhopal. The center was at Indore. In the first instance, I wasn't even willing to go there, but somehow such situations were created, like I decided to go there. And I remember that I even slept for like 20 minutes in between because it was a train journey. I got exhausted and tired, but still I got good marks. I got impressive mark and made it to the JRF. Now what is this creature called JRF? So out of those who clear NET, that is National Eligibility Test, a few fortunate ones, like the creamy ones who get exceptionally good marks, they get JRF. Now JRF is Junior Research Fellowship. If you go to any university and apply for the PhD there, then what they would do is give you a stipend. It would be kind of a salary only for the expenses which you will have during the course of your research. It generally goes beyond 40k till 3 years, and after that it increases to like 55k for the next 2 years. SRF, Senior Research Fellowship. Now this is something pretty amazing. So this could be done from 2 to 3 institutes. Like if you are in ISER, if you are in IITs, if you are in NITs, if you do not know that these institutes do not offer the research only in the scientific streams, but also in the subjects of disciplines of humanities and social sciences. So I have got a friend of mine who is in IIT Roorkee, and he is pursuing PhD in English. So similarly, I've got friends in IIT Indore as well, and they are pursuing PhD in various disciplines in humanities. So this is something amazing, provided you have interest in it, right? Second thing is that either you can pursue it from any government university. It could be a central university or it could be a state university. If it is a central university, then the responsibilities are higher. Just like the IITs, you will have to go to the colleges and work under the supervision of your guide, as a researcher, as a scholar. But the amazing thing is that if you get enrolled in any state university or any private university, then things are not that much rigid. There is flexibility. There is a component of flexibility. You can carry on, though you are paid for the research which you are doing, but you can carry on with your other pursuits. So what happens is that you won't have to go there and work like 5 to like 10 to 5. It is not like that. You go to your college, like what happens is that when you clear the exam, no, you go to a college with the certificate which you have got, and you apply there for the PhD. So if the institute is like a state institute, a state government university, so the rules are lax there, and you will get ample of time to study for the CSE if you are doing, or for the state PSC you are doing, or for any other pursuit. So this is the beauty of clearing JRF. Yeah, the major thing is that you would get the stipend there, which would not create any financial burden upon you if you do not get successful, and it would also give you a kind of a mental freedom, and a kind of confidence. Plus this would make your resume, your def, very impressive when you go there, and when they get to know that, board members get to know that you are pursuing research, they would be interested in what you are pursuing research. And if the subject coincides with your optional, coincidentally, then you are pretty much you are pretty well situated to answer them, to steer the conversation in the line where you are very good at. So this is something amazing about this thing. Now I didn't tell you like what is the motive of this whole thing, like why to give the net, why to get enrolled in a university for the PhD, for the research, so as to become a professor. So one thing is that you might be willing to become a professor. Yeah, some people have the hobby to teach, and this is nothing like school teaching, nothing like teaching in some coaching institutes. Being a professor is a very prestigious job. Firstly, the status which it carries with itself, in the name only, you see the doctor getting attached in the prefix as the prefix. This is one thing, and second thing is the financial reason as well. The salary which you get is impressive. One of my friends, he told me that even the DMs, SDMs, they do not get the salary which a professor gets, and he doesn't have to work very dedicatedly. Like the workload is not very much. It's not exhaustive. It's not like 24 hours or any time in day and night. So duties are not very much there, and you get so many opportunities to explore yourself, to explore other areas of your interest. For example, you might be interested in playing, so you might play that. You might be interested in reading, you might read the books, and you can carry on your pursuits, your passion, your hobbies, your areas of interest, along with doing your job as a professor. And at the same time, the status which you will have would be really good. So this was something which people can look up to, because when I was preparing for CSE, I had no idea. Like, I even didn't enroll for the masters after doing the bachelor. So what people do is they even do not know about it. They have the information poverty. They suffer from the information poverty. So much is the concentration of the society, of the coaching institutes, of the entire this competitive world or the ecosystem towards the examination. They don't tell you about the areas which you might have the interest in. Like, I'm very interested in sociology. You give me any topic, I'll connect it with the concepts given in the sociology. I will apply the sociological thinkers there. So that is something of my interest. Whatever I observe, I see in the society, I observe it with the sociological lenses. So this is something which I'm passionate about, and I can make the career in. So later on I discovered that like net to aisa tha ki I just went to write the examination. Fortunately I cleared it, but later on when I discovered it, I think that yeah, this is something like which I can pursue in my life. So that is amazing. If you already know about it, then nothing like that. So now what I'm gonna tell you is the story of a friend of mine, and she was very young. She hadn't cleared her masters when she got the net JRF. Okay, so as soon as she cleared her masters, she got the master's degree. She got enrolled in a university. It was a private university, MIT University in Noida, and then along with doing her research work, she carried on with her CSE preparation. So she's into the CSE, and at the same time, like, she's doing the research. So when she goes for the interview, it would create an amazing impression on the board members. Will it compromise with your CSE preparation? No, no, not really, not much. Until unless like you are an IIT or an IT or ISER are the institutes which are specifically dedicated to research only. So unless you are in such institutes, then and you have no preparation of CSE prior to this, then it will not significantly affect your preparation. You can carry on along with the research which you are doing. If you go and apply in the universities or institutes located in your locality, and like if they are government universities, state universities, or private universities should not be preferred. But if they are state universities, right, then what happens is that key things are not that rigid there. Like these all things should be considered at a later stage when you clear the net and JRF. So first you should look towards clearing it. Then now when will you clear it? When you'll have the information about it. How will you have the information? I'm giving you the information, right? And before clearing it, you'll have to fill the form. It is released twice in 1 year. So that is again a very good thing. And apart from this, as we can see here, there are around 80 subjects, 82 subjects in which this exam is conducted. It is a CBT exam. There is one paper for your aptitude, which comprises of 50 marks, and has got the share of quantitative aptitude, reasoning, GS, GK, English, and everything. And in the second paper, you get the questions which are specific to your area of study, your discipline. And amazingly, what happens is that in most of the cases, the people who have this subject, they have the same subject in their CSE optional as well. So what happens is that it adds value to your CSE, and CSE in turn adds value to your net JRF. So both have a very complementary relationship, both reinforcing each other. I mean, when you will appear in the net JRFs, of course the preparation which you have done in your CSE for your optional will help you, wouldn't it? It would, right? So in the same sense, this would say that we have a mutual relationship. If you have helped me, then I will help you too. So this would reciprocate to who? To the UPSC, right? Now if you are going to appear in the interview, so this thing will help you. If you are going to appear in the optional, so this time what happens is that this was the second mains which I appeared in, and some questions on Morgan. He's a thinker who has spoken, written on marriage and family. So some random questions appeared in the examination, which a person only who has done study in deep, very comprehensively, like academically, either in the masters or for the net, would be in the position to answer, not the person who was restricted to a couple of books like someone only. So such a person would not be in the position to answer it, and if you answer such question brilliantly, then the evaluator who is there would really be impressed with the answer which you have given there, and you will not have to leave such random questions vacant there on the paper. These are a couple of things why you should consider it. There's nothing to lose, guys. Like earlier exams which I told you about, like CDS, CAPF, and your state PCS, and we will not consider SSC. No, this is SSC banking examinations and RRB. That all are a different whole together, different altogether. They are a different set of examinations, but net JRF is something which I think you will not have to dedicate extra time, extra efforts for, and you can pursue it in the subject which you have the optional as, and at the same time you will have to make sure that you pursue the masters just after the graduation. And that is it. This video should be helpful for those who have graduation in humanities or social sciences. And apart from watching this video, you should not miss the other ones which I have put there: CDS, CAPF. These cannot be strictly called as the backups, because not everybody is interested into the defense services, not everybody have the passion, but we are talking based on the basis of prudence and pragmatism. When you go there in your CSE interview, then these things will add much value in your depth. This is the whole essence, and you would be mentally free, you would be satisfied. If you do not clear the CSE, you will say that, yeah, at least I have done something in my life. This would create a good impression nonetheless on the board members and the panel members, and thus you should pursue them and think about them, because there are not much talk. Like, people are going crazy over Lakshmikant ke video, Spectrum ke video, like CSET pe people are making 90 to 100 videos only on the quant and aptitude of CSET, jabki it is a qualifying paper. And daily people are spending 1 hour on the current affair discussions or sessions. People are spending 2 to 3 years on the Hindu newspaper, while they have got no utility at all. Like, a person like me who has been into the process for a very long time can say you with certain sense of responsibility and certainty that it is a waste of time, like reading newspaper beyond 1 hour and making notes of it from it. Because what matter in the prelims is the aesthetic, what matter in the mains are the notes which you have already. Like, half of the paper is predictable, you can predict. In the interview is your newspaper which comes handy. Now, people who haven't cleared even prelims even once, they are going crazy over the newspaper, over the discussions. and people are also like coming up with a current affair discussion, DNS, etc., like crazy. They're going crazy over it. Like there are 10 to 15 people who post in our days. Like in earlier days there was only raw IS, but now there are many other people who have come there. People are making prelims specific current affair videos, totally BS, totally no use of them is there, but still people are going crazy over it. And here what I'm doing is providing you something which can save your life, which can help you tremendously in your life, because you do not know how dangerous is this game. Can this game be for you if you haven't if you don't approach it pragmatically and prudently, if you do not do a comprehensive study of the things which you can do, which are available there out in the market, out in the academic field, and which can provide you a cushion, provide you which can act as a shock absorber, which can serve you as your backup of all your plan B. So this was the motive behind coming up with this video. If you have any doubts specific to this, you can put down in the comment section below, and if you want me to speak on some other issues related to the CSE, then I would be much happier to do it. And if you want the people like Aarti, like Naman, like they come there and speak on how's their experience, how do they manage both of them, then you can tell me, because a lot of people are there who have the passion in teaching. So the basic question put by the board members is that if you are so fond of teaching, why didn't you pursue the masters? Why didn't you go for the PhD? Why were you just teaching the NGO students, if at all they were? So for sake of writing, people write anything, and like mindlessly, and they do not think that what practical questions can be raised there. So anyways, I've already spoken a lot on it, and now it is up to you guys to respond, and any suggestions you have in your mind are more than welcome. Do not forget to like the video, comment down in the comment section below, and share the channel with best wishes. Signing off. Jai Hind.